Um, I remember I remember this point very clearly because I remember thinking, whoa, like Twitch really cares about Kappa. Like, Kappa is really important to Twitch. Like if you try and get near Twitch's Kappa, they will bite you. No, but they were like they will fight you. And yeah, so careful is all I have to say about that, I guess. Um, all right, so yeah. Um, so what's next on the list? Oh, I didn't transfer the neck tattoo. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Um, just to copy just to a copy paste just 3 paste and just 3a paste. All right, I'm gonna safety save these. Sorry, I'm like trying to suppress a sneeze. Okay, that was it. We did it. We suppressed a sneeze. Good job, everyone. You all did your part. It was a team effort. You were all integral to the process. Uh, so let's yeah. What's next on the list? The wrap. Is it the wrap that comes next? The waist wrap. Yeah. So yeah. So for starters, it's basically just gonna. I think it's gonna replace the floppy parts of the leg armor. So so yeah, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the Journey equipment, legs, tall boots. Tall boots. Yeah, I'm not going to restore all of tall boots. I'm just going to restore the the parts, like the hips. Because like the difference between tall boots and leg armor is not just the flappy things on the hips. It's also the kneecaps. You get like little knee guards, like little knee medals, or I don't know. um, Wait, who just got +3 experience? I swear, someone there it just said like +3 experience level 0. But how is that possible? If you get +3 experience, you should be at least level 1. I think you should be level 1 if you get plus. What? What? What is this? What is this madness? I can close this now. Oh, there it goes. Oh, right. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you get +3 experience, you should totally level up, and you did. Um, right. It's because it doesn't show your level up immediately. It doesn't, it never like spontaneously like the glowing flashy thing never spontaneously grows on top of you. It only it only shows up when you walk on screen. So if you're on screen when you level up, first it'll say +3 experience level whatever, and then next time you do a lap around, it'll tell you the good news. All right, so that's technically in order. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. So, yeah. Sorry, just dancing for no particular reason. I'm in a good mood, I guess. I don't know. Uh, I, you know what's crazy is that I'm in a better mood at the end of the workday than I am at the start of the workday. That's that's how I know that things are good in life. That's like right. That's like a symptom of like having a really good life, right? um, or just being like a miserable nerd. Because that's all I do in my spare time. I'd be a miserable nerd. No. All right. Um, uh, Thank you for not crushing me with a boulder, protospasm. um, let's let's do what? Yeah, the waist wrap thing. So, oh yeah, right. So I was restoring the hips. Like most of the hip restoration. Actually, no. What am I thinking? I don't have to use these images to restore the hips because I'm going to be covering up like any. Yeah, no, I don't have to restore that part of the hips because it's about to get covered up by like the thing, the red thing anyways. So I don't even have to remove that stuff. I can just draw the waist wrap right on top of that stuff. I'll do what I want. Where's legs layer 0? There it is. Okay, so uh sorry. Um so yeah, so oh, this is a little awkward with this being here because I'm gonna like cover over it because like the drape is gonna go like way back. Maybe not that far back, but it's gonna go a little far back. Maybe I should move this to the other side. Layer 21. Will it fit over on the other side? Yeah, that fits okay. Yeah, that fits. Okay. That fits okay. That fits. Okay. Sorry, I'm a nerd. We went over that. I'm a miserable nerd. Sorry, I'm just like moving things around. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember I moved this. Oh yeah, I moved this because yeah, I'll probably move this. I'll probably like put up the tiny vision or whatever, like the OBS with the tiny monitor thing. I'll probably put that back when I start doing tattoo work again. But like most of the stuff, I have a good enough sense about like I've developed enough of a sense about like what works when and how and why. So alright, so layer 22. Let's use a much bigger brush. So we're drawing a big surface area, and yeah, so it's gonna be basically like this, I think. This is like the gist of it. And so I think it's gonna I think so like if this is like the person's legs, if this is like the adventurer's legs, if they're like facing the camera, I think like the wrap is gonna like, oh, I should use different colors, but I think the wrap is gonna like kind of come like if you looked at it front on, it'd be like this. I think this is like how the wrap is gonna look. Maybe I should do it the other way though. Maybe I should make it like tie here. Oh, actually no, it'd probably make more sense. Yeah, it'll probably make more sense to tie it here now that I think about it. Because then if I'm gonna do, because like one of the things I was thinking of is I might do like little tassels that come down. So like that would make more sense. Yeah. Okay. So so instead of like cutting it like that, I guess it would actually like cut more like this, and then I guess you can catch a glimpse of the legs behind you. Oh, I need a really definite sense of the ground plane here because this is going to be dragging on the ground plane. So I really need to know what that means, and I'm pretty sure I know what that means. But it'll actually be, yeah. You know what? I should probably be drawing this on the. Well, okay. So I won't care too much about the train because the train I'll have to copy over from the other layers when I actually like solve that that issue. I think I'm gonna cheat with the back leg. I think with the back I might actually not even do the back leg because the back legs might get entirely covered by but oh wait, no, never mind. Clearly some of the back leg is important. The back leg that like is visible down there. But like for the foot in the back, I might just like cheat it as to like be invisible basically. Just like get rid of it. So yeah, so it might look it might end up looking something like this, I guess. But then I was thinking, yeah, I don't know exactly what I want to do with the waist, but like I was thinking like I might oh, I should do this on another layer. Wait, this is the legs layer. This is going to be the legs layer. Right, so, no, this is fine. I mean, I can set it up however I want, but like when I separate it out, I should put this part on like the back layer instead of the front layer. Yeah, and that's fine. So actually, yeah, this will come down more. It won't like, oops, it won't like cover up the back leg entirely. Yeah, I should just be drawing this on a separate layer. I'll just make a new layer underneath the legs layer 2 down here, and then yeah, so this will actually come down like this actually. Yeah, kind of like that. Except it'll resolve better once I know where the ground plane is exactly. And right, so yeah, actually, so before I go into a ton of detail, I'm gonna do this for like basically all the layers. So let's add another layer above legs 0A, and actually, I guess I can start with like a similar shape and adapt it accordingly. So let's copy this. Yeah, right. So I was thinking this would be good. Oops, wrong layer. Let's. I don't know if you can hear that. Someone's clomping around upstairs. Yeah, like that, and then we'll adjust accordingly. And then yeah, so in this layer, yeah, the foot is like planted firmly on the ground. So I want to figure out like how this drapes onto the ground and like go according to that. Because like that foot is firmly planted. So if like that sets like a definite like ground position. So I'm picturing something like this kind of. And like yeah, so I was thinking there'll probably be a little bit of like flutter to the back too, because like when you're dragging cloth along the ground, like the edges will like flap a little bit as like because the ground surface isn't supposed to be like exactly like super slick smooth surface. So yeah, I think there'll be a subtle little something there, but nothing too crazy. And then yeah, so when you step up like this, you also yeah, it won't be completely gone there, but like it'll be like a thin that sort of situation. And then oh yeah, actually one thing I have to keep in mind is what happens when these are legs and not like what happens when these are legs and not pants? I don't want anything obscene. Right. So maybe I'll pull this down a little bit. Maybe that's why I was supposed to connect it on the other side. Yeah, I'm gonna connect it on the other side. Or like the tie will be like here, if anything, which actually could look good because I can get the tie looking good on this side, and actually maybe it might look better on the other side. Okay, that'll also give me a little more leeway with what gets shown. Yeah. So right, because it's coming across the leg now, and actually I guess it doesn't have to be quite so low over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, so let's send this back over the other way. Copy this, paste it here. Oops. Yeah, like that. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a little more like how it'll turn out. Actually, I guess we can pull this back a little bit. Yeah. That's pretty good. And then, I mean, it looks weird with this mess over here, but other than that, and then, hey, I have a little friend here to visit me. Sorry, just 1 second. I'll get back to work in just a second. I just want to say hello to my little friend. Hey, little guy. Hey, little guy. Hey, this is my friend. He's very enthusiastic. He's a very happy dog. He's a very happy dog. Oh, he's so happy. He's so happy. He's he loves nothing more in life than to lick people's faces. But he's also a very busy dog, and so he has very many important places to go. So I'll set him back down, and he will scurry off. All right. All right. I was glad you were watching Protospasm because yeah. There's the little guy. All right. So I like he's around a lot of the time, but he only comes to visit like every so often. I think it's because the heating like in my side of the apartment is not as good, so it's a little it's just naturally like I keep saying it's just chilly where I am. So I think he prefers like the sunnier side of the apartment where they have the heaters cranked up to like maximum. But he comes to visit every now and again. uh, um, he he does that. I mean, like I guess this isn't like surprising, but he does that dog thing, which is just always entertaining to me. Where like it's really like he's like the security force for this facility. Like he's the his job. Like if you asked him, he would tell you that his job is to like make sure that everything's okay, like make sure that everyone's safe and that like there are no intruders or anything. So like when he does his tour of duty, he'll like come around, he'll like sniff around, he'll like be all serious. He'll be like, he'll be like, "Oh, is this okay? Is that like, pile of clothes in the corner? Is that a security threat?" Like but then he'll yep, he I mean, he does a good job of it cuz I've never been attacked by a pile of laundry. So, yeah. um all right, so yeah, this is stuff and cool. And all right, let's sorry, yeah. That was kind of a sudden segue, but let's copy this. I don't know what's gonna happen with the other foot. Like I guess the robe is gonna get a little disrupted with like this other foot because like I don't think there's a way to I don't think there's like with the other with the other leg I kind of fudged it a little bit, but I think with this one we're gonna have like a wrinkle in the cloth, and it'll just like it'll just and we'll use shading to like to like to it might not even be like that. It might not even be like that. We might cheat it down a little bit and have it just like a little like come up a little bit. Uh, and then as per usual, we'll get rid of legs. Oh, this isn't legs one. This is legs 3. We'll just So it'll look like the leg is like coming up in the back, but it won't be like it'll be a little subtle. And we'll use shading to sell it. But other than that, this is looking pretty good. Oh, except on layer 20 here, we can bring this down a little more, just like so, and then so then on on this layer that we put down here, we can we can drape this back like so, and again like I'll use shading to like sell the volume here, but kind of like that, and then actually I guess since on this one it's getting pulled back a little bit, so or like the foot is like pulling it up a little bit, I guess we could actually like pull it back a little bit too. It doesn't have to follow the exact same drape. And and so then like I said with the one in the back with the layer 21, like I'm just drawing it in all the same color just to get the silhouette in place, but we'll actually we can shade that a little bit. Sorry, I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm going to mute the microphone for just 1 second, but I'll be right back. Sorry. I'm back. Sorry for the delay. All right, so then so let's just move on to the next frame, or to the last frame, and then we'll come back and start cleaning this stuff up. So legs layer 1A. So we won't. So we just have that lump for the one frame, and then it drops back down, and so this is pretty. Wait, what? Oh yeah, no, this is right. Okay. Yeah. I was just like, I don't know, with the drape covering up the waist, like I thought this was like the other leg at first, but no, this is correct. Okay, so we'll just bring this back down a little bit, and then above this layer, we'll add another layer in the back, and that'll have it coming down as well. And then yeah, so that's basically it. But then, like I said, we'll like ripple the train a little bit so that it like so that it looks like it's moving across the ground, like across the surface, not just like rigid, like stuck in space. Yeah, and then oh yeah, I guess actually when it gets like lifted up a little bit too, it should probably actually come in a little bit, right? It should be because like in order for it to lift up, it would actually have to get like pulled a little bit shorter. So for that frame, I think it'll actually come in a little bit too. Subtle thing, but whatever. Do, 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 do. I might have brought it in a little too much. Yeah, I think I only meant to bring it in like just well, it's hard to bring it in too little, but it'll look better once I ripple it too, so it's not just like the one frame. But yeah, I think that should be good. Of course, it looks crazy with like right here. I'll hide layer. What is that? Layer 21, just to get a slightly better look. Yeah. Yeah. So when I add a little bit of variation to it, so it's not quite as rigid, I think that'll look good. And shading to it, of course, so that yeah. So let's add shading. Let's add like a. So I think this is the lighter of the tones, and I'm going to add a much deeper, not much deeper, but a deeper tone as well. So let's yeah. So layer, what is it? Layer 23. Let's start by wait what? Oh, sorry, not layer 23. Layer 22. Start by doodle-doo. Actually, hold on. Let's hide layer 23 momentarily so that I can remember where the line is, where the edge of this hem is. Because like on this layer, it'll be, oops, no, not clone stamp tool, never clone stamp tool. On this layer, the shading will be subtle. It'll just be like the hem, and like maybe we'll imply some like wrinkles, or like some some ripples in the fabric. Or something along those lines. Yeah, something like that. Just because like yeah, it's supposed to be like draped out behind the player. And yeah, kind of like that, I guess. And then yeah, not so even across this part. Yeah, kind of like that. And yeah, so for the waist, I kind of do want to do the belt, which is, I mean, we just had a belt. Oh, you know what? No, you know what I want to do is I want to make a big, like, rope belt or something. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a weird rope belt. What color did I make the rope in the pirate ship? Or the ship. I like to call it a pirate ship. Yeah, I went with like a tannish sort of color. So I think I want to do something similar to this. Yeah, I want to make a big weird rope belt. Yeah. So like I want it to be a big weird rope belt, and I want it to be like coiled rope if I can do that. I don't know, I might not want to get as finely detailed to render like the braiding, but like No, if I didn't do it on the pirate ship, I shouldn't do it here. But like, oh yeah, so there'll be like a big knot in it, I guess. Maybe. Am I gonna like this? I don't know. I mean, I guess there's one way to find out. But yeah, it'll be so big that it actually has its own internal shading, and all that good stuff. And then yeah, like I was saying, there'll be like a big knot in it. And I'll render like some of the the shading in like the cord of the knot, like in the coil, like the way that it wraps. Not like literally all of it, but like I guess we can do like have it come across here. Wait, is that the right color? I feel like I picked the wrong color. I think there's like sometimes there's like a lag in the color picker, and like I'll press like pick color, but then it will pick like it'll like pick up if I move my cursor immediately after pressing pick color, it'll like, yeah, I don't know. Wait, what am I trying to do here? So like the shape of a knot, I'm trying to picture the shape of a knot. The shape of a knot is going to come like, yeah, there's going to be a rope that comes around like this. There's going to be one that comes around like this. So, oops. Right? Wait, hold on. So knot goes like in, around, and down. Yeah, okay. This is technically satisfactory for a knot. It looks a little weird. I might change it a little bit. Because it comes through. Yeah. This rope might be a little too big. I might want to dial back the thickness a little bit. Because right now, it like probably doesn't even look like a rope. Actually, I'm gonna look at the the tiny vision, the small low vision or whatever. That just looks like a mess. It does not look like a knot. So I mean, one thing I can do there is I can bump up the contrasts because like it's a little smushy and like indistinct right now. Brightness and contrast. Not that far. I'm definitely not increasing the brightness. Definitely not increasing the contrast that much. Yeah, you have to really crank the contrast up in order to get it to like pop. So it might be that I shouldn't do this. It might be that I should do this, but I shouldn't like care so hard about the distinction of it, and it'll be like more of a subtle detail until like later. I think like once some of the other details get a little less busy, I think it'll become a little clearer what is going on here, and that could be good. But yeah, overall I think I need to dial it back a little bit, and I think I should up the contrast, kind of like I did with the snake. Not as much as I did just then, but like I think I do need to up the contrast at least a little bit. I think the other thing that'll sell it is on the lower leg layer, which is hidden right now. But on this layer, then we can also actually I'll do it on leg layer 2. No, I'll do it on a separate layer. Yeah, right. So then it would like have like it would hang down, kind of. Like it would get tied, and then it would also hang down below that. And I could put the knot on the other side if I wanted to, or like, I don't know. There are a lot of things I could do. I'll do what I want. I don't dislike this, actually. I think this is okay. Like, it's not exactly how I pictured it, but I think this is okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's see how this looks on the other frames too. So it was this layer, I think. Copy, new layer, do do do, uh, new layer, bleep a doop. Yeah, this seems fine. New layer, up here, Blemo. Okay, this one will have to shift a little bit because that leg uh, shouldn't be quite so covered up. How is that going to shift? I guess we can just kind of imply that this leg is coming up in front of it. Maybe like the knot would shift slightly at this step of the walk cycle. And it'll be a little easier to distinguish the pant from the knot once we switch over to the next phase where we give the leg tattoos. And the pant, so then the legs will be leg color and the pants will be pant colored, or the leg will be leg colored, the rope will be rope colored, and so I mean the snake is going to be there. Oh no, actually the snake's not going to be there 100% of the time. So I need to hide the familiar to render what the tail would be covering up, because like this part that was covered up by the tail partially will become visible once the snake goes onto the neck. So actually, I should do that with the other layers too. Oh no, the snake wasn't covering it up in the other layers, so those layers are fine. But then over here, yeah, and actually that's like, oops, I don't need this anymore. That's like too drastic a change the way I shifted it. So actually, maybe I should. You know what I should do is I should do something similar for like both of these. Oops. I should do something similar for both of these layers. Oops. Select all. Copy. Because like in this layer, the knot should be shifted. It's not as overt, but it should be in this layer as well. So I mean, maybe I should just go for a smaller knot all around. Like this slightly more contained knot actually looks kind of better, just in general. And then so yeah, the difference here will be that we'll see more of the ropes like dropping in the background. So we'll see more of like, oh wait, what's happening here? Oh, it's this layer has too much, covering up there. Yeah, so it'll be more like this, I guess. Oh, and then yeah, well, I mean, I think technically the knot would have like these three separations. But for simplicity's sake, I might want to simplify it for simplicity. Simplify it for simplicity. I might, like, hypothetically, I could simplify it a little bit by oops, wrong way. I was like, why is this not drawing? I could simplify it by like melting that part of the knot. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, that's an easy change, so if I feel like doing that later, I can always do that later. Yeah, it looks too busy right now, so I need to simplify it somehow. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. So wait, hold on. What did I draw on the other layer? Okay. Good. Good, I was actually drawing on the correct layers most of that time. So, nice. Alright, so copy this again. Copy, paste, paste, paste. There we go. And, alright, and then also with these, with layer 25, copy. Actually, before I send this, before I shut this one out, I'm gonna get the legs looking better, or get the rope looking better without the legs, so that it actually is fully rendered, so I don't have to keep like redrawing it and copying it and blah blah blah. So yeah, so the overall shape of them should look basically like this, I guess. Yeah. Actually, hold on. Let's just to really get the shape defined. Let's hide that temporarily. I think actually I could do a little more shading in here. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, so yeah, so we can bring back the post and right. So layer 25, copy or select all, copy. Let's add in new layers for these. Lemo, chow. That looks a little weird. I might want to like not just keep these layers like verbatim on all these different slides. I might want to like tune and tweak to get it to look like, because I think, you know, if there were these like ropes hanging off of the adventurer's belt, like as the adventurer walked, they would like probably flap a little bit. So we'll probably want to tune and tweak in subtle ways to do something with that. But this is a good starting point, I think. Why does it look a little bit weird? Oh, because the knee. Oh, yeah. Wait, I think I had... Why does that look weird? It should look the same in all of these frames, roughly. Does it? No, what's that? There's like extra like schmutz like going on here. I don't know what it's about. Is it like on the leg layer or something? Maybe I just drew something on the wrong layer here. It's on that layer. I do tend to draw on the wrong layer a lot of the time. No, it's not on that layer. It's on that layer. What the heck? Why does it look so different? There's like, I swear, there's like... Something is weirding this up. Is it that it didn't copy over correctly? I mean, I don't see how that's possible, but... Yeah, it must just not have copied correctly, or I don't even know. Alright, so anyways, back to layer 24, copy, layer 24, nope, wait, what? Layer 24, copy, layer 24, yeah, layer 24, oh, wait a second, oh, I drew some of the knot on the wrong layer, I think, maybe? Hold on, let me see. Layer 25. No, it's on the correct layer as well. It is on the wrong layer, but it's also on the correct layer. Huh. Copy. Layer 23, paste. Why is that coming out so weird? Why is that not coming out normal? Why? Did I draw it like on one of these layers? No, I swear. Like this little crux right here, where like the tassel or like the ropes that drop down connect to like the knot, like it looks different between these two frames, and I have no freaking clue why. It's got to be on the legs layer, right? But I thought I checked the legs layer. I might be going insane at this point. It's entirely possible that I'm going insane at this point. But like, no, wait, what on earth is it? It has to be on a layer. It's on this layer. But I just freaking copy and pasted from the... What is wrong with that? It's like, oh, it's the lower layer. I must have drawn something... Okay, apparently I didn't completely draw on the correct layer. Not completely. I guess? I don't know. Like, I don't even know what it is exactly, but like... Alright. Sorry, I'm just like freaking out here. Alright, layer 25 to layer 24. Why is this not fixing it? Layer 25. Is it on a different layer? No, I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna stop because I don't care. Oh, it's on layer freaking 22! Ugh! Okay. Sorry. That took way too long. I think I'm like, my brain is like melting. I'll probably I don't know, die in the near future. Not intentionally. But Alright, so cut that. New layer. Uh, Paste. Let's squish these layers together. Alright, thank cripes. There we go. You're very generous to follow whoever just followed me. You're very generous to follow me now of all times. Uh, Gindry, or sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you very much for following and welcome to the channel. I'm glad you enjoyed my minor freak out. Alright, so here we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautific. Beautiferous. Phenomenous. I don't know. And yeah. Alright, so that's good. Actually, I guess I do kind of want to dial it. On this one, I do kind of want to dial it back a little bit. But just because the leg comes up so high on this one. Yeah. The rest of those are good. Actually, do I want to, like... No, that's fine. Actually, I might want to, like, move it up a little bit. So, like, actually, yeah. So let's bring it up here a little bit, and then let's also bring it up here a little bit. So, like, actually, like, is, like, getting slightly shifted upwards. Just for this one frame. And then, so the shading lines as well. Want to bring up slightly. Yeah. Just subtle. Subtle difference. That might be too subtle. No, that's probably good. Okay. And then, yeah. Oh, yeah, so they said, like, so actually, if I show the legs, like, that might actually be fine. Oh, yeah, wait. The snake is missing in one of these frames. I'm going to actually hide the snake just for temporary, so I can see what the animation looks like, roughly what the animation looks like. Like the animation of the legs so far. Oh, well, it's gonna look a little weird because only one of them has the. Yeah, so the rope should, like, do something at some point. Like, it looks a little weird. Yeah, so at this point it should. These are the frames that the rope should like flap out a little bit. So, like with this frame, what is it? It's like layer 23. Yeah, so at this frame, hey, congratulations to I didn't catch your name tag, but whoever that is, good job. Oh yeah, I can't quite see name tags right now. Why? Oh, because the picture viewer was in the way. Oh, why do I have the picture viewer open so many times? What else is in the way? Oh, I guess this is kind of in the way. Alright, there we go. I can see name tags a little bit better now. Alright, so yeah, so in this frame, we should be pushing the rope out a little bit. So let's hide the leg just for a moment, so I can, like, see what I'm doing with the ropes. So yeah, let's whoa, why is the leg already hidden in this layer? Did I accidentally kill the leg in this layer? It would not surprise me if I did. Oh no, I hid them. Wait, how? Did I? Really? Did I? I don't remember doing that, but apparently I did. I swear, I was just looking at this Okay, no, I'm not gonna try. My brain is in the process of melting. I'm just gonna see how much work I can get done before my brain finishes melting. Alright, so in this frame, it's gonna come out more like this. The ropes are gonna come out like more like so. And oops, I think that was a slightly too dark of a tone. Maybe it's just too sharp of an edge. So how did it look in the previous frame? Yeah, I think that was too. I don't know. I must have, like, picked the wrong color or something. Or maybe I just need a. Smaller. I might just need a smaller brush size, maybe, or a larger brush size to get it a little softer. That's better. whichever of those two things fixed it. One of them did. Yeah, so it just gets kicked out a little bit, and so that's good. And then actually it's a little too far, so let's actually bring it back up a little bit. There, like that, and then so in this leg, so in this frame of animation, it'll be kind of between the other two. It'll be like it got pushed out, and it'll be drooping back towards its resting position, but it won't be all the way there yet. So, oh wait, what layer are we working on? Layer 22, if I recall correctly. Yes. So. I don't know, kind of like that, maybe. So like, yeah. So now it'll get kicked out, and then it'll kind of drop back down. Yeah, kicked out, drop back down. Okay, so let's sharpen up these edges a little bit because it got a little fuzzy here, a little too fuzzy. It's funny, like I've gotten like, as I keep drawing and like making more and more assets and like, refining more and more like edges and shapes and like rendering more and more objects in like different ways. But it's gotten to the point that like I think the correct like edge hardness for the shapes that I tend to draw is like somewhere between brush size 2 and brush size 1. Because I use brush size 2 and brush size 1 most for like the finer detail work, and so now like because I use them both so much, the correct hardness of an edge is like actually like neither of those two. It's like somewhere in between. It's a little awkward at times, but we get by. Oh yeah, this is a little too much there. That's pretty good. Let's see it with the legs, because like the legs are going to cover a lot of that too, so I didn't actually have to render it that carefully. Oh, it looks a little bit funny because like the color of the rope is almost the same color as the stripe that goes across the ankle. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, I think that looks fine. And I think it probably, I don't know, I might want to reevaluate it once we have the leg tattoos and stuff, because like the legs, like the boots have a lot of like detail and noise happening with them, but like once we get the leg tattoos, it'll be a lot simpler, I think, actually. So okay, so with so let's go to layer 22 again, copy this, because we changed, wrong layer. We changed a lot about the draping, and so I'm not going to like mimic exactly these lines, but I want to keep these lines in mind when I'm redrawing the lines to, so that it'll look like subtle bends, but like, or subtle shifts, but not too dramatic. This is the one where it is more different. So for this one, I guess let's like, yeah, so I'm gonna keep the bump. I'm gonna keep the bump on the back as it was, but I'll with the other stuff I'm going to I can redraw the other stuff. Right, so this goes on layer 20. Yeah, like in terms of like hemming or like bringing in the length and bringing up the side, like I can redraw that stuff. Okay, so then layer 19. There we go. All right, so deselect. Let's yeah, right. So oh yeah, and so I'll just quickly do the back layer, because the back layer is I should have just done the back layer in the darker color from the start, but it'll at least be really easy to touch up, which is basically just to go in here and darken this whole drape I should use a bigger brush for this because I don't have any fine detail. Yeah, just like so. And again here, to select layer, what is it, like layer 22. Oops, not eraser tool, brush tool. Yeah, just like that, easy peasy. Do I say easy peasy a lot? Because if I do, I should probably stop. I would annoy myself if I said it too much. I know I do say it sometimes. I feel like I might say it too much. I should probably dial it back. Easier said than done. Nope. Nope. Actually, I don't know why I'm pulling it back so far. This is like the frame of animation where it actually could come out a little bit. A little bit. Oh yeah, to the extent that you can see the, I guess you can't really, yeah, I was just gonna say to the extent that you can see the, see this, drape between frames, like I should try and keep it somewhat consistent. Like, actually, yeah, hold on, I definitely should try and keep some level of consistency here. So I'm gonna say, copy this, paste this here, interesting. So I will go over this with that, and I will pull this back slightly. Alright, and on this layer, yeah, I could tell like it was like shifting. Actually, you know what? The way that it's shifting though, I think is actually kind of okay. So I'll just like pull it up a little bit like that, and I think that's actually a good comparison in shape. But yeah, like I said, I just have to bring in the edge of that a little bit and some other stuff. So alright, so then the last one, layer 20, paste. Alright, yeah, so there's a little more revealed here, so let's paint over that, and then, yeah, I think that should be good. So let's, so like before, sorry. Let's bring in the hem slightly, when the foot pulls up the, thing. Let's pull back the this side slightly for the same reason, but let's not change the weight of the shading on the side. And let's just vary up the edge a little bit. Like it just has to be slightly different, so it's not like literally the exact same thing in each frame. Like I don't want to change like too dramatically, but like I basically just want to like redraw the same lines, I guess, because like every time my hand redraws the lines, it'll redraw it slightly differently. So, oh yeah, so I was gonna use shading on this too. So, I guess yeah, I'll just like put like a lick of shading on either side. Actually, I guess maybe on this side there'll be like a slight wrinkle. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. I haven't saved in a while. I'm gonna save real quick. Okay. So yeah, so like, alright, so now for the last one, yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. So for the last ones, we'll just like, yeah, like I said, it's basically just a matter of like redrawing the same line a few times. So redraw it out, and then draw it back in again a little bit, and then actually I'll vary this line. Oh, oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Derps. Let's go on the correct layer, and which would be this one, and we can just draw the line out a little bit, and then draw the line back in again, so it'll be a little different than before. And then yeah, I was just thinking I can like this line can be a little bit different too, not just because of like the bump in that other frame, but like, whoops, not like that. But then yeah, so also for I feel like I hear the yelling upstairs. I don't know what that's about though. Is that Alright, but yeah, no, for this we'll just go like that a little bit. So just a little natural variation. Oh, I made it go too far out. and I drew it out too far and I didn't draw it back enough. So do do. Which two are the same? These two are still the same. So other than that, though, it's looking good. And then so for these last ones, once again, just a slight matter of why is my color picker not working? Color pick. There we go. I don't understand life. I don't oh, what layer am I on? I'm like, why is it not drawing? Why is it not drawing? Okay, layer 22. Color pick. So, once again, it's just about changing up the lines slightly. It can be very subtle. It's not going to be super noticeable. It's just going to be it's just going to be a very subtle detail, which will just make it feel a little less, like some things in the game still look way too rigid. Other things we can do a little bit to, we can do a little bit to fix. So how's that? That might be a little too much. I might have overdone it a little bit. But, also, like, it's not going to look as obvious, like, when it's in motion, too, so I think that's probably fine. Actually, wait. I keep drawing stuff too far out. Like, I draw the lines out, and then I try and, like, dial it back, but I dial it back, like, not enough. So, yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, cool. Alright, we got it. We did it! So, I might want to bump up the contrast on the rope again. Like I did before. Like, not as far as I did before, but I might want to bump up the contrast on the rope. So, let's investigate that real quick, and then that's, I think, the last point of, whoops, again, not like that, but like, maybe like that, maybe? No, not that bright, so like maybe a little darker. I want it to really contrast against the skin tone too, so yeah, I think that's good actually. So we'll do it to all the rope layers, which are separate layers still. So, I might want to dial it back the other way, but no, at least for now, I think this is good. So, adjust brightness contrast. Yep. And then, where is it? It's layer 23. Adjust brightness contrast. Yeah. And adjust, layer, what is it? Layer 22. Adjustments, brightness contrast. Yes. And layers 23. Adjust brightness contrast. Yeah. And then layer 21. If you guessed brightness and contrast, you guessed correctly. And then layer 22, adjustments, brightness and contrast, blammo, shazammo. Look at that stuff. Look at stuff. Alright, so save this, save this, save this, save this. Yeah, like I pointed out a few times, my brain is liquid at this point. So, for my next act as streamer, for the grand finale, I shall kick it over to another dev stream. I'm going to put it in Facecam for just a moment while I find said dev stream. And while I look for said dev stream, I will take a moment to thank everyone for hanging out today. Because, I don't know, life is weird, right? It's just weird. And, like, you never know. Like, one thing that I has like been consistently reinforced to me like since I started streaming is that like you never know how things are gonna go. Like it's just like personally like I don't know. It's like always like a different experience every day. I never know what to expect, but it always turns out really cool. Or at least it's always turned out really cool so far. So thank you everyone for for hanging out. Thank you for watching. It's been a wonderful day. I hope to see you all again in the near future. And until next time, have a wonderful whatever time of day it is where you are. Bye, bye guys, bye. Why do I make stupid faces at the end of the stream? I honestly don't know. Sometimes I tell myself, like, don't make stupid faces at the end of your stream. And then I do anyways, so it is a mystery to everyone. Alright, I'm gonna hit the host command, and if that host command didn't work for you, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, shoot. I think the person I hosted, like, just went offline. Oh, shoot. Alright, let's try this again. uh... Actually, you're not seeing this because well, some people are probably seeing this and some people aren't because the host command I think did go through right as the person went offline, which was just fantastic. So, all right. Well, if you're still with me, I don't know. I'm sorry for the minor disruption. We'll yeah, okay. I'll just all right. Let's I'm just gonna type the host command real quick, and so you get to stare at my stupid face for a minute longer. OUROBOROSTUDIOS. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that instead. So again, thank you everyone, and this is me actually signing off, like for real. So bye.